Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, a senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Thumbs up for that. Hokey smokes, it is indeed a brand new day. It is wet and rainy outside. Which means when I do manage to go out for walkies, I have to actually walk on sidewalks instead of trails and back roads. Oh well, such is life. Still though, gotta talk about this one first because I don't want to ADHD forget about it. Yesterday, schedule disruption because I had a med manager appointment in the morning and then I had an appointment in the afternoon to go to Olympia to pick up new orthotic devices for my shoes. So big schedule disruption. I never feel good with it. But I had the med manager appointment. It was fine. There were meds that were rescheduled, renewed, whatever the words are, so I can continue getting them. And then I went and got the orthotics, which again proves, my sinuses are hurting. It is rainy, stuff grows on the stuff, fungus on like dead leaves, and oh boy, my system does not like, leaf mold fungus, so my apologies. But went to pick up the orthotics, and again, proved to myself that I am the source of most of my problems. For whatever reason, I had taken my previous orthotic devices and not put them into the boots that I am wearing. It took the course of a year before my bone spurs got really bad, but they became so bad I could not leave my apartment at times. But went to pick up the devices, took off my boots, took out the heel cups, which helped, but just helped. It was still pretty awful even just walking to Walmart and back. Put them in, walked across the room, felt 10,000% better just by doing that. I haven't had problems with bone spurs for almost 40 years because one of my stepsisters used to work at a place where they make orthotic devices, and so you could get orthotic, well, I could, because I was a relative of her, you could get free orthotic devices. And because I had flat feet, when I got out of the military, I got free orthotic devices from my stepsister, and I wore them all the way up until during my marriage. Because of the whole relative thing, we all got new orthotic devices, and I continued wearing them all the way up until right now. I haven't had bone spur problems in my heels since, well, around age 24 or 25, all the way up to right now, because I have worn orthotic devices in my shoes that lifted up my heels by about that much. Last night, I walked from here to Walmart, and while I occasionally had a very tiny limp, most of the walk I had none. And while my heel did hurt, and it hurts a little bit now, it was nothing compared to what I had been experiencing. And it is going to continue getting better. It did not get to this painful stage in a day. It's going to take more than a day to get out of this painful stage. But immediately, Good golly, Miss Molly, all this junk in the air. And now that I'm talking, it's shaking off all the stuff that's accumulated because of the reaction of my body to the junk in the air. I'm going to have to make sure to blow the particulates out of the smoke detector so that it doesn't blast in the middle of the night because a whole bunch of pollen came in, which they can do. But anyway, so feet feeling, well, 10,000, 100,000 times better. Still hurt a little. Going to continue hurting, but getting better every single day until I will one day just realize, oh, my heel doesn't hurt, and I won't be able to remember exactly when that happened. So that's a good thing. Definitely. Hopefully I can find the old orthotics, but if I can't, at least I've got these that I'll be able to move from shoe to shoe to shoe. Good thing there. Now the other thing that I wrote down was I've known for a while now that because of the season, dark a lot, that I have issues with seasonal affective disorder, adding to the fact that this was my late wife's favorite time of year, which just pushes all of that up into the forefront, etc., and that doesn't feel good, along with my natural depression and the natural, unfortunate, depression of getting older. It's just been a bad year mentally. But at the same time, understanding that a lot of it is being exerted upon me from the outside. The weather, the holiday season. We're leaving the seasons behind. There's only the new year ahead of us now. And we passed back in December 21st, 22nd, the longest night of the year. Days are getting imperceptibly longer. Another problem that's leaving. So I know I'm going to be feeling better, and I already do with the bulk of the holidays behind us. How do I know this? I had a wild, sudden creative thought and impulse while just looking and doing stuff on Twitter and Blue Sky this morning. I was on Facebook and I saw one of these, little meme picture, and it's of a gray concrete face of something built into, or just a nasty old building, or built into the side of a hill. I can't remember which now. But with a blackened door into this nasty looking place with free hugs spray painted and a sign pointing into it. And immediately, of course, my mind started to run with that on a creative level, which doesn't happen unless I'm feeling good. Now, I like where my mind went on this one, because it looks scary. And what if the person that wants to give you hugs is scary, but not fatal? As in, my mind immediately went to, well, hey, it's just Eshliel, who's made out of sticks and bones, and they give great hugs. It just takes a little blood, just a little bit, just a tiny amount. You barely even notice. And that's where it came from. So now Eshliel, likes people, as not, for, in a culinary sense, not to do horrific things, but just, Eshliel, made out of sticks and old bones, actually gives really good hugs. And Eshliel does have to live, needs a little blood, you hardly miss it, it's not infectious, it's clean for what it is, so it's worth it. Because XIL does give great hugs. It's nice to feel creative again. Even if it's a tiny little thing like that. Immediately afterward, because that was largely, wasn't trying to think of that. It just came to me. So when I'm not trying to push and it happens, that's good. So I started thinking of the idea that a cosmic horror event would happen so far outside of not just our star system, but outside of our galaxy, but outside of the local cluster of galaxies that our galaxy is in, so far out here that when it does occur, its sphere of influence only hits a small chunk of the local cluster, of which our Milky Way galaxy is unfortunately one of those hit, but only about a quarter of the Milky Way actually is affected by it. We happen to be in one of the spiral arms where we're affected by it as well. And so I've been thinking of the kind of stories that would be, because I've identified there's 3 stages to everything that happens, with a before and an after as a fourth and fifth, which the first stage is pre everything. So stage 0. Stage 1 is the first 50 years. Stage 2 is the 100 through 50 through 100, and stage 3 is 100 through 150, and then stage 5 is the new reality. And I have figured that at the end of that time, when there's the new reality, the human race, Homo sapiens, is extinct. Which isn't to say there aren't people. But if you assume that Homo sapiens is our genome right now, yeah, a clean genome no longer exists, so old Homo sapiens no longer exists. And in this world, I sort of imagine that there's a blending of genome throughout the entire world, where everything has a smattering of humanity's genome, but just as well, humanity is made up of an assemblage of DNA from everything else out there, along with just plain affects from what occurred. So there are people, not 8 billion anymore, markedly less, less than a quarter of that, but in no danger of extinction, and just adapted to this new world and how it's changing still. The major changes have occurred. Now it's just the minor things that happen through existence and nature. Along with, I figure, as things drift, it's like, each iteration of a generation, things move a little bit, but they might move back the next time, because drift and change is all kind of random. And with the effects of the cosmic horror event still working on the world, and will forever, things don't work as they do in our reality now, because it's not our reality now anymore on these affected systems and stars and sections of space. As the galaxy turns and blends all these things together. So yeah, the extinction of the human race, but not the extinction of people. And If you could like, comment, share, subscribe, that'd be very cool. Of course, making sure to share only with people that you think would like watching an old man yammer on about I-name subjects in a thoroughly incomprehensible fashion. Very cool. Thumbs up. Thank you. To each one of my Patreon patrons, you are beautiful and awesome. Thumbs up and thank you so very much. You take me from here to here. I can't point to that on an actual graph. You have to take my word for it, but it is appreciated. And again, when you look in the mirror, you're looking at someone who is beautiful and awesome. And for everybody that leaves me a comment, I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I thumbs up and heart each comment that YouTube lets me do. Nice grammar there. And I answer as many comments as my nerve compression allows, which I'm not looking forward to the idea of surgery. I know it's in my future because you don't heal from bone growing in around your nerves and squeezing them. You got to take care of that. It just keeps getting worse as time goes on. So, but where was I going with all that? I can't even remember where I was. Was I talking about people leaving comments? Or, yeah, it was, because, yeah, thumbs up, thank you. I'm amazed I actually kind of brought that back. I'll be able to check in editing if I actually did. So many times when I think I've brought it back, in editing I realize, oh God, the thing I wanted to talk about, I never came back to. Yay. But anyway, I am going to edit, render, upload, which with this new computer, it makes editing amazing. It used to be, it took at least 1 minute per minute to render a video. Just a simple, vlog like this, if it's 20 minutes, it would take 20 minutes to upload. 20 minutes to upload, 20 minutes to render, and then uploading was pretty quick, but that took downtime, and so it took forever in a day in a hyperbolic fashion. But this, it takes just a vlog to upload, to render, takes a minute and a half tops, and then to upload it, I can't even finish typing in information on the form before it's actually uploaded now. So, yeah, while the computer has nothing to do with the internet upload speeds, I would be unable to use that fast speed so quickly. What am I trying to say? I thank you so much for having helped buy this computer for me. Everybody that donated so that I could. It is an amazing piece of equipment, and I am so appreciative. It's not a one of the high power machines, but it is amazing. Everything I've thrown at it, it has. There are some things it slows down, and in the last version of the liminal core, it actually did chug to a halt at one point, but I think at that point even the most high-powered computers would have had issues. There were probably hundreds, if not 1,000 or more little ball pit balls that it was simulating through physics, and it just sort of chugged to a halt doing all that. I don't blame it. Good golly, Miss Molly. Well, I gotta say, even powerful computers that other streamers. I want to stream one day. So, one day, maybe. As I get older every day. So, we shall see. Anyway, though, hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. That would be a very cool thing. But, of course, if you cannot, please do not beat yourself up. That will not help you get it done next time. Back of my neck, always itchy. That will not help you get it done next time. And it will only make you feel bad. And you deserve better. So, until we meet again, You take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. No words of wisdom. My throat is still sore. All this junk in the air and then talking with no prep. Life is fun. Gotta complain about something.